Hello, Collective. Happy Friday, October 4th. So we've got a counterfeit corroboration from today's letters. So I take the letters from the date and I try and make sentences. So I did get counterfeit corroboration for today's letters. There's some kind of auction at Canterbury. That's where the ghost tales were told. So the ghosts are auctioning off something at the castle. There looks like there's a woodcutter that found some unnoticed fruit that was unnoticed. The woodcutter found for today's date. And then the chariot bears benefactor with a torch. Yeah, your benefactor is in this chariot tonight and they have a torch with them. So the benefactor of your will or inheritance or whatever it is, but they are coming down in this chariot with this torch tonight. I love it. A real beatitude was branded bewitched. Yeah, you are a beatitude, which, you know, the Sermon on the Mount from Jesus talks about beatitudes, you know, the righteous behavior of a man. And anyway, it got labeled as being bewitched. 4 friends are hunted with a hoodoo. Yeah, 4 friends hunted with hoodoo. I think these could have been your ops, because some of you can do, I guess that's like that's not bad like voodoo, but it's a trade, a type of voodoo. And then notice a nice future nearby. Yep, we're gonna notice this nice future nearby. And the raccoon tried to trade a rabbit's fortune. Yeah, the raccoon having the mask, see he's got the mask, has tried to trade this little rabbit, you know, the fortune of the rabbit, which is inconspicuous. So for the chart, okay, so I did a foobar. What is that? A foobar. So when I went to go put my gum down, yeah, look, this is, you know, don't chew gum, obviously, but I put a hole in this. So I thought, oh, that's got to mean something, because there's karma tonight, because this group of high esteem, you know, this is 10th house, so they've got a reputation to uphold, but Jupiter tried to send them karma, okay, for this twin, and something was stopped because there's a hole there. So I'm not really sure what that entails, but in the meantime, the spiritual group is also getting karma from Jupiter, because they're trying to expand this twin too. Yeah, no doppelgangers, but there is some kind of event. Yeah, because there's a hole there all of a sudden. And then you get the blessings from this reputable group of people down to you, because everyone's the active participant. Train just sounded, and then the thoughts and plans. So there's borders and safety sending you some kind of blessing, even though you may not see anything tangible yet. You know, you're just feeling there's something in the works. Something's in the works. And karma over here, it looks like Pluto down to the moon. So probably trying to transform a female high priestess who's resisting this transformation. Yeah, and the moon sits in Scorpio tonight. So it'd be a Scorpio high priest or priestess. In the meantime, confirmation with the horn. You have a kite up here, okay? This has been here for a really, really long time. And it's because the collective clan has transformed this spirituality, okay? We don't fit under a roof. You know, the collective doesn't fit on a roof or under a roof or affiliate, but we strive for this kingdom, okay? Now, kingdom trumps the church, okay? It does. It does, because 7 seals, 7 churches, okay? That's great, awesome. You'll get judged as an individual, because there's a kingdom that oversees the churches, and that's the kingdom of utopia that we're all hoping to step into. And that's a reminder of that tonight. Like, we're going to get to this utopia one portal at a time, or hopefully all of us at once. But then you have this blessing of the Grand Trine. Yeah, this highly ranked group of officials went to war against this female, okay? And she was of service at 6th house down here. But they went to war against this person. But because it's a Grand Trine, I feel like that person came out ahead, okay? So there was something in this struggle collective that you got the Grand Trine. You got the Ark of the Covenant. You did. Because you were the gift. Yeah. So that's the chart. 12 degrees Libra sun. And the Scorpio moon's a big deal tonight. Big deal. So ancestors, please be here for this reading. I love you. I cannot do it without you. Thank you for all your guidance and wisdom. And Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, please be here for this reading. And highest ascendant master Jesus, please be here with all your wisdom. We love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I did the reading, but I'll clean it up a little bit here and go back and show you the cards, because you know, it's more of like juggling of time, you could say. But then there were a few things that came out that I thought, oh, that's the nugget. That's the nugget that Spirit wants to tell you. So that's why I'm going to do it again, because I'll pick up on these nuggets. It's like, as a reader, you don't really get the message until, you know, you experience the reading. And then you're like, oh, that's what that was for. So we'll clean it up a little bit. But yeah, we'll do it one more time here. And it's a pretty good reading. I think there's more wisdom for you in self development than actually knowing what's gonna occur, okay? But a lot of you have made peace with that, which is good. But it does give a couple nuggets here, so we'll give you some good stuff to look at here. Okay, so we did that. 6:08 on the clock. So we've got this 12-degree sun in Libra, some kind of secret that can free your heart, but this is a decision. Okay, because it's Lover's card. The Lover's card's about a decision to be made. Now, for the 4th of October, I get this Emperor stone cold face here. Yeah, he don't look too thrilled, but this is the leader of the coven, because my ancestors told me to make sure you put a bunch of stick people right by him. He represents a group of people, is why I did that, so that you're aware of that. And there's some kind of decision to be made. Now, in the meantime, we have this 8-degree Scorpio moon, which 8-degree Scorpio moon is nothing to shake a stick at. It's a very powerful moon. Okay, Scorpio is very powerful with its ideology, its emotion, its intent. It's a very forceful, passionate moon. Okay, and it's saying that I'm going to reveal a higher order. I'm going to reveal to you the kingdom is over the church. Okay. And so that might be the collective's energy right there, is like, I know you're a powerful coven. Okay, we respect that, but the kingdom is higher than the church. So that would be collective. And then you come up here to Mercury, this 15 degrees Libra. I have hunted crocodiles, beware. Mercury is Paul Hogan for that Crocodile Dundee. He has this birthday, 15 degrees Libra. And so, yeah, Mercury's hunted some crocodiles the past few days and wants to share those. Over here is the Justice card for Jupiter. Wants to go out, 21 degrees Gemini, in glory. Okay, wants to be able to go out in glory. Yeah, to walk in as strong, you know, as you did at the very beginning with your truth. And then you come over here to Saturn, 14 degrees Pisces, still retrograde. Gray is the color of hope. Something about how gray is the color of hope. Because that's how you might feel, because we don't know exactly what, we'll have to get some qualifiers as to what is going on with this choice. And then down here, you've got Mars and you've got Venus, and they both have heart. They're both issues of the heart. Okay. Mars is Hermit. He's looking to heal the heart chakra or open it up because it's kind of closed off. And then Venus has some kind of cardiac surgery, because the guy with 14 degrees Scorpio, which is with the moon, she's right tight with the moon tonight. Okay. So she's also a very powerful entity in tonight's chart. But this is from Christian Barnard. Christian Barnard was a South African surgeon. He was the first to do a transplant in South Africa. He has that birthday, 14 degrees Scorpio. He did heart transplant. So very serious things here regarding the heart, the anatomy of the heart in the subconscious. And then you come over here and Uranus gets the Angels card. Something about Darth Vader. They want to share something about Darth Vader. And then Neptune has the Star card. Some hints from a pro. And then Pluto has a secret, and there's more hints from a pro too. And then up here's your destiny, and we get the Hermit card with this moment of enlightenment from Chiron. So I like that. Yeah. Moment of enlightenment. Yeah, I got to put my boots on today. And I love fall weather because, see, I've been wearing my tennis shoes all summer, and then I get to put my boots on. And so I had to pull out this one here because, yeah. This coven leader, this is what this is. You've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been messin'. Now someone else is getting all your best. For these boots are made for walking, and that's just what we'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. That's what this coven leader would like to sing to Collective, but I feel like Collective's singing it to him. You keep saying when you ought to be a changin'. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. You ain't been right yet. Yeah, these boots are made for walking. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So you got to see this, but the whole central thing is a Scorpio moon. Very powerful tonight. It's in that grand trine. Okay. So it has a lot to, it speaks louder tonight, that Scorpio moon. So a lot of alchemy, you know, for you, and because you'll have to, because the sun's in air. See, they just squirm. Air and water just squirm. Air's up there going, what are you doing? Water's like, well, what are you doing? You know, I mean, they're just looking at each other like, and then this miraculous thing called condensation, evaporation occurs by nature, you know, not by force, but by nature. And it's just this beautiful, sparkling condensation. So yeah, if you've ever been in a relationship, if you're an air sign or a water sign, and you have, you recognize that, because when things are good, things are almost like, this can't be real. But when things are bad, you're squirming. So you have to constantly tap into the most high. Most high. Yeah, if you're in those relationships that squirm like that. So, okay, so yeah, we wait upon the Lord. We wait upon the Lord. We wait upon the Lord. I feel like that's what's going on, ancestors. It's like there's some kind of decision that this coven leader's making, and we're waiting for whatever this is to come down the pipes. There's elements. There's some elements to this decision. What can you tell us about this decision? This decision that there's elements to? Some kind of elements. Yeah, they're corroborating some kind of, yeah, from today's letters. There's some kind of corroboration. Yeah, but this says counterfeit corroboration. I don't really feel like this is very honest. What, why? Oh, okay. So biblically speaking, okay, this would be Joseph, and this would be his brothers, okay? The brothers have shown up to sell the grain because they're in a famine, okay? The brothers show up and do not recognize Joseph, because you, Collective, have become governor of Egypt. And it's been 23 years since you've even laid eyes on your brothers, okay? Because your brothers threw you in a pit, and sold you to slaves in Egypt, and then went home without you and told the father, oh, he got kidnapped, he's dead. And then the father wailed the whole night. But yeah, that was the scheme of the family, is just throw him away. We can go home without him, okay? And 23 years later, he comes upon the brother he threw away, and I happen to be governor, FYI. But at this specific moment with this decision, they don't recognize. Joseph recognizes the brother, but the brother doesn't recognize Joseph. Yeah, and it makes sense, right? Because for 23 years, you know, all this bad talk about you and what you do and all this, it's like based off of this 17-year-old version of you, because it was 23. He's 40 now. The dude's 40. Okay, but he insists that, oh no, it was a good idea to throw that person away. It's just dead weight, man. Waste of space, waste of skin. That's what they think about you, and then you're just standing here going, ancestors. So there's some kind of corroboration, okay, because they're squirming. Okay, they can't answer this decision because suddenly you, Collective, make it difficult, for one. But in the Bible, he steps up and says, you know what? I think you're a spy. That's what he says. And he's like, what? I didn't do anything wrong. I come from an honorable family. That's what your officer's saying. Me? What? I come from an honorable clan. Okay, so you as the leader say, well, okay, I'll test you to that. I'll test you. And how the Bible goes is that he has to go home and get his family and bring them back, okay? So that Joseph can see the benefactor, the father, see? Because his father was quite upset that this dude disappeared, by the way, okay? Now, maybe in your storyline, the person's deceased, they left you the will or what have you, but in this storyline, which is very similar, the benefactor's still alive, okay? And he lost this son 23 years ago. I mean, he never recovered from it. He never was quite the same. So he's saying, no, I'm not a spy. I'm not a spy. And so they arranged for him to go back and get the family. And Joseph is waiting. He hasn't revealed himself. He hasn't told him, look, I've leveled up. But and you know why? Because he was healed. If he wasn't healed, he would have said right away, well, hey, don't you recognize me? You know what I mean? Because he held a grudge. He doesn't say anything like that. He's healed. So at the very most, if you can pause this juggle of time, because we don't know what's going to happen, just recognize that you're healed. And not a lot of people can say that after what this person put you through. This person put you through years and years of it. And yet I'm healed. So I don't have to brag or get in your face that I'm governor of Egypt. He doesn't have to do that. But he does want to see his father. So I think there was kind of an ulterior motive for this 8 degrees Scorpio. See, very secretive moon. That's the crossing energy tonight. There's something very secretive about your story that you don't know yet, or somebody doesn't know yet. And they're doing some kind of collaboration. Yeah, I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I've been locked inside your heart for weeks. Kurt Cobain, I love you, man. Are you going to be here? Thank you so much. Yeah. He's been locked, but he's healed. You see? He's healed because he didn't have to put it in his face and start singing to him. I've been locked inside this prison you put me in. He promoted himself. He's and now he runs into this family he hasn't seen in 23 years. So what else do you want to tell us about this counterfeit cooperation? You collective are becoming an icon, okay? The computer's saying icon. I really believe that only an 8 degree Scorpio moon could be an icon. It's highly emotional. It's very, Scorpios, they stand on principle, but it's principle with purpose and emotional conviction. And now you're becoming this icon because of it. And most of it is because you've healed yourself. And a Scorpio, how do they heal? Well, if you learn about Pluto, and transformation, you can get stung, okay? You can go down, but you've learned to regenerate, okay? And usually you come up a little bit stronger than where you were when you went down from the sting, okay? So there's something about that too. You've become an icon at how you healed from these attacks. You've become an icon at how you recovered. And yet you still hold, this theology that I can heal and rest on my theology that I am correct and good with the kingdom. Yeah. See, he's at rest because he knows he passed the spiritual test. He knows he did. This dude, his coven is this. Well, what's going to happen for him to get to the kingdom? He's got to let that go. He can't be under this in judgment. He's judged as one person. So the kingdom trumps the church. See? And he hasn't realized that yet. This can't be happening. He feels like Daniel in the lion's den right now. Yeah. I mean, because this leader here, you have accused him of being a spy. And for the first time, he's had to defend, and now he's having to defend. Well, I'm an honorable family. Oh, okay, well, show me. Yeah. Because every choice this person was given, this coven leader, they decided to do work on you. 7 of coins. What kind of work? Well, you know what kind of work. It was to get you to disappear. Okay? Yeah. Every choice. Yeah. And they chose to do spell work on you. Wow. Which, now he's getting it again. He's getting one more choice. Okay. And what spell do I cast? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Days go by. Yeah, he was no more than a baby then. I mean, 17, you're not even an adult yet, you know what I mean? And they got rid of him. Wow. Interest. There's great interest at you being this icon, standing up to this, even if you feel invisible. You felt fine because you had passed the spiritual test. He can't see it. He can't see it, collective, but you have an army, spiritual team behind you. And yeah, I come from a coven. But the coven can't help this leader right now because he actually is trying to smooth over the things the coven has done. Some of the things he didn't even know had gone that far. See? Wow. Okay, so this choice is about work that this coven leader did on the collective, and it's being challenged by, well, I'm going to reveal a higher source, and that's the kingdom. We see what you did for the coven. We see what you did for the coven, but what did you do for the kingdom? What did you do for the kingdom, which envelops everybody, okay? This coven leader might be a wife or have a wife. What do you want to tell us about this wife? Yeah, the wife is holding on to the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, see, 4 of coins. This is the wife. This emperor could be a female, but they are holding on to something. It's that secret, see, that 8-degree Scorpio. There's some secret that they hold on to while everybody rests. Yeah, like, well, are you going to give it up, or what's going to happen here? And it's almost like this juggling of time where all you can do is rest, you know, and know that you're healed. Know that you're healed. So whatever they, you know, gets, yeah. You wait upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord. That's your strength. Yeah, they had hoped that they could convince this court or whatever this hearing, that you don't belong. Like, it's just, you know, they cannot believe they even have to justify that defense. But they have to because suddenly you show up as this position in leadership. And so this is a nobody. I mean, he doesn't really understand it. And he feels like he's in a lion's den. Yeah. Why are all these questions being asked when this is very simple? This person does not belong. Okay. I saw on YouTube one of the news releases from California Department of Justice, how their team of people had taken out some people from a hate group regarding a hate crime. Yeah. Very malicious Aryan Nation kind of group of people that just thought it was okay to end lives. And they made an announcement that they were, you know, they have been investigating this. They have found evidence, you know, and I thought, wow, well, that's pretty cool. Because I feel like there was an element of hate. And that's why he's so stone cold faced. He doesn't want to defend himself. This person doesn't belong. No. You have to explain that. Because you're not in the coven now. You're part of a kingdom. You know? And he's lost. He's lost. Yeah. Okay, so what is the Scorpio moon going to tell us tonight? This 8-degree Scorpio moon. Something about, oh yeah, Michael Landon has that birthday, 8-degree Scorpio, I'm pretty sure. Is that who I put, Michael Landon? Now, we all know what a great father he was on screen, right? Looked like, oh my God, that's Father of the Year. I want Michael Landon as my dad, you know what I mean? And then you watch anything or read anything, and the man's home life was a train wreck. Yeah, it was. So, you know, I've since talked to Michael, you know, and there are regrets. There's a lot of healing that had to have been done with that family at home, okay? He knew he was called, that he had a gift for what he was doing. So he put like 110% in that, leaving things at home unresolved, okay? So he wishes there had been more of a balance because he was good at what he did for the world. So why stop that? You know what I mean? Because at home, suddenly he wasn't good anymore. And yet he was at work. See what I mean? So you see how people escape a reality because they're better in a different reality. See? Yeah. that's what they want me to tell you about this, is this was not your fault, collective, that these people in this coven, because they're reputable and, you know, pay a lot of taxes apparently, they, it wasn't your fault that they altered your reality, okay? But a few of the tricks in here from the cards are going to show the wisdoms and how you were okay with that. Like, you found ways to navigate this alter reality. You didn't do it, but suddenly everyone was gaslighting you. Well, we don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So there were things that you learned, like that are really nuggets of wisdom to help other people, that suddenly, okay, I guess what I'm thinking is not correct. And it was correct. It's crazy, huh? So let's find out, what are some of these wisdoms that collective learned from the reality that was altered? The gaslighting, denial, the counterattacks, you know, defending things that you know, like, I don't make my money as a gambler. Like, there were just things that they said about you. Like, I don't push people down in parking lots. Whatever it was so foreign to you, but it was like this alternate reality that was pushed on you. Now deal with this, which not only confused what you were trying to do, you know, in your normal reality, but forced you. Like, they're going to steamroll over me. They're going to, whatever their plan is, you know, I got to adapt to this, you know, I'm walking through, everything's fine, you know. And you knew you were being puppeteered. You knew it the whole time. PC. Somebody's personal computer has been looked at. Yeah, this was a very elaborate plan. There was a lot of work, 7 of coins, because they were determined to hold on to this. So apparently a personal computer is going to reveal that motive. Yeah, Archangel Michael saw you in the cold. 8 degrees Scorpio moon. Saw you in the cold. Okay. Who would want to pick a fight with a Scorpio is beyond me. This dude must be, this coven, he must be brave. Because I'm telling you, that God put them here for a reason, and they will fight. Yeah. They say in nature that the Scorpion will sting himself before he lets somebody hurt him. That's how fierce he is about where he stands in the universe. Like, oh, you think you're going to get, no. He will sting himself to remove himself from the altercation or whatever, you know. And I guess they can pretend to be dead, and then they're really not. You know what I mean? Playing possum maybe a little bit. That's probably one of the tricks of Scorpio. But yeah, they'll fight to the end, and they stand on what they believe. So yeah, they saw you put in the cold during this war that somebody just had to win, you know, at all costs. But yeah, now there's lots of gossip. Now there's lots of gossip about what you truly were, you know, Ace of Coins here, or Page of Coins, versus what they were presenting you as. See, there again, we got this alternate reality. Like, oh no, it's this, you know. That's how they get all their money, is they schmooze with old men. They schmooze them, and then they take their whole wallet. And then you're over here going, that's strange. I've never done that before. But that's what you had to defend that while you're this. I'm just carrying the Ark of the Covenant, dude. you were tapped into like the angels and stuff. But okay, I guess I'll go back and defend myself for something I have no idea even occurred. But that's what they were saying, and it made for a very tumultuous walk for you. Very tumultuous. Thank you guys. Love you. Long. It's been long. Okay, so Mercury's been hunting crocodiles, 15 degrees Libra. Something about Paul Hogan has his birthday. He was the actor in Crocodiles Dundee. So Mercury's been hunting crocodiles. So was there a plot and plan that you became aware of? Yeah. All the while you were defending yourself. Mercury knew about this plan to end you, okay? Mercury knew about it. Okay, so what does Mercury want to tell collective tonight? Is that gonna be over? Or do we still need to watch our rearview mirror at all times? For a long time, you had to be in. Yeah, you constantly were questioning, second guessing, people, places. Do I really have to go to the store right now? I mean, just the smallest things you second guessed because you weren't quite sure. You knew they were sending stuff to you. That's how you became this master alchemist. You know. Like, dude, I don't deserve a headache. Send this back. What are you doing? You know, attacking your crown chakra. Yeah, and it was all because they wanted this Ace of Coins. Yeah. Don't ask me. I mean, I guess if you went down, they could come over there and, what, suck it out of you or something? That seems ridiculous. But yeah, they were going to suck it out of you. They didn't like how you tolerated all the attacks. Yeah. It wasn't funny after a long period of time. It was really funny at first because they could see that you picked up on it. But it wasn't funny when you didn't go down. Like the Scorpio was supposed to go down. And then here you are, this 8-degree Scorpio moon, reminding them, no. Did you remember who you picked? Yeah, you picked a Scorpion to mess with, man. Wow. And you're a star. Scorpions happens to be a star, too. And that can be divine masculine as well, okay? Divine masculine. You're the Scorpio moon tonight. You are. Yep. Powerful. Very powerful. Yeah. Okay, so Mercury, what else do you want to tell collective? That you've hunted these crocodiles and preserved. Okay, thank you. And they have preserved this. Mercury helped you preserve this because you still have this Ace of Coins. While they're juggling time at this decision, some of this, and it's got to be a secret. The decision has to be regarding a secret because it's the moon that's crossing the energy. So there's some secret that they're corroborating. And it sounds counterfeit. It sounds like a lie. So I would kind of, you know, be leery of that. Okay, so Jupiter, come over here, 21 degrees Gemini. Jupiter has justice tonight and saying, I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. I'm going to go out just as strong as I walked in. That's Jupiter's energy right now because he sees the value of what you've become, okay? You're like Kung Fu master, okay? you're like, yeah, you are the master samurai. You are. And Jupiter sees that and he's like, well, for good or for bad, whatever happens in this dust storm, I want you to know that because you have this, you walk out as strong as you walked in. Or if you want to keep walking, you walk as strong as you ever did. So yeah, that's the value of knowing who you are. You know, I am not making this up. These people are malicious. They will end you. Believe me, 100%. And you figured that out. But you said, I'm not gonna crack. I miss you. I'm not gonna crack. I love you. I'm not gonna crack. Yeah. Thank you, Kurt. Yeah. Yeah, Sunday morning is every day for I care. I'm not scared. Light a candle in a daze 'cause I found God. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Sunday morning in a daze for all I care. I'm not scared. Light a candle in a daze 'cause I found God. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you found God. Do what you gotta do. And that's where they're missing it. It's like they're under their little coven roof going, no, we're superior. No, the kingdom, utopia trumps the church. It trumps it. And that's where you positioned yourself. So you know you passed the spiritual test. So no matter what they decide, you know you get a second chance. So, okay, Jupiter, thank you so much. Joe Montana had 21 degrees Gemini, okay? Joe Montana was like 5-time passing. Yeah, he knew who to pass the ball to. Hello, you watch San Francisco 49ers with Joe Montana as quarterback, and he knew who to pass to. Like, he had the most complete passes and, like, you know what I mean? The dude was good at who to give the ball to. Led him to how many Super Bowls? 4 Super Bowls. So, I mean, absolute pro, 21 degrees Gemini. Was not going to go out unless it was a blaze of glory, Joe Montana. He was not going to limp off the field. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how I pick up on that. Thank you, Jupiter. Yeah. Okay, so the secret might be, ancestors want me to tell you this might be the secret. Because this decision is 12 degrees Libra, okay? The person that has that birthday is an explorer named Thor Heyerdahl, Norwegian, okay? You're thinking, well, who cares? Well, this dude's birthday, 1947, he discovered a lost tribe, a lost clan, a lost tribe of people. okay, in the Pacific Islands. This Thor Heyerdahl, 1947. He found a lost tribe, just mysteriously appeared. They had like a fair skin, they had like red hair, blue eyes, and it was just in the middle of this island. And it's like, where did you come from? So that explorer found something that hadn't been documented in 1947. So it's almost like this leader of the coven, he doesn't see how awesome that is. Like, he doesn't see the awe in it. To him, there's no awe in it. Oh, who cares? You found a group of people. We found a group of people with a blood type that has never been, and he doesn't think it's a big deal. So something about the secret tonight with this moon is revealing this clan of people. Like, you belong to this clan. And it's been identified. See? And he has to make this decision, and he's like, well, that's dumb. Oh, okay. There's this lost tribe of people that might have, and he has to make this decision. It's to collaborate whether or not to tell you or how to tell you. 3 of coins. I'm sure of it. He's like, I come from a good clan. And he's like, oh, really? I think you're a spy, is what the crossing energy is saying. Very suspicious of this person. Like, I think you're a spy, dude. How could you say that? My clan is so honorable. Prove it. You could be in jail for 3 days. I'm governor. That's what collective says. So this dude has to be in jail for 3 days. Yeah. He was supposed to come and buy grain from Joseph for his family and return home. But now Joseph has recognized his brother. See, he sees who he is. He doesn't recognize Joseph, but he knows. And he puts him in jail for 3 days. Because he wants to see his dad. He wants to see his dad. So we got a few hours to wait and see how he handles it. How do you handle the stress of being in the lion's den? Okay? That's all it is, Like, I'm healed. I made it out. Let's see what you can do with it. Yeah. Okay, so let's come down here to subconscious, because it's heart surgery. It's seriously heart surgery down here. Whatever's going on up here, this decision about this lost clan that he doesn't seem as significant, that the moon is like, yeah, it's significant. Down here, Venus and Mars are alchemizing this emotional decision. And the energy's running high. Energy's rather high right now because she's 14 degrees Scorpio. So she's right there with that moon who's 8 degrees Scorpio. She's right there by the moon and she's showing a lot of strength. And the birthday for 14 degrees Scorpio is a heart surgeon named Christian Barnard. Now, Christian Barnard was from South Africa. He was the first to transplant a heart. That's where Venus sits tonight. Do you want to transplant a heart? Now, that is very delicate procedure, okay? It's very delicate procedure. Yeah, it's a very delicate procedure. And she can feel it. She can feel it. She doesn't have a sample to go by. She doesn't have, a cadaver she can work on first. This is a transplant. Like, we have to do this while both organisms are living, okay? One is being kept on ice, and then we're going to, this has to be done in a certain amount of time. It has to be done precisely, has to be done correctly, or we lose both the heart of the person that donated it and the heart of someone that needs a new one. So she's feeling the pressure a little bit, but with the help of Jupiter, she's going to go into this as strong as she walked in, and she's going to keep walking as strong as she can. Okay. Regardless of if they validate her reality or not. Like, this person hasn't even validated her reality. Like, you're doing heart surgery? What? Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do now. I heal people. Yeah. Oh, well, that's dumb. Yeah, well, I didn't know about magic in the coven, okay? So, yeah, this is what you've learned to do. I heal. And Mars, he's going to a practitioner. Yeah, he's got to clear his heart chakra because he knows he sent some really hexy, jinxy stuff to Venus, and he knows it got sent back because she looks fine. So he's worried. So he contacts the person that he did the spell work with. He's like, we got to reversio, the spellio, whatever they do. And Yeah, whatever's left. He doesn't want whatever's left of that energy to be hitting him right now. He's very concerned about it. Okay, so 17 degrees Cancer for Mars. Tom Hanks has this birthday. Tom Hanks, love you, man. You're so awesome. 17 degrees Cancer. Now, that reminded me of the movie with Castaway. When his reality was altered, that person that got shipwrecked, okay, what did he do? He made an imaginary friend because he's been shipwrecked, right? So what happens? This ball like washes up to shore, okay, and the character Tom Hanks plays picks up the ball. It says Wilson. So suddenly his new friend now is Wilson. And it helps him cope through this abandonment, okay? And that's one of the nuggets of wisdom that Venus is picking up right now. Is like, I know you've altered my reality, but I have more friends than I've ever had. Well, what? That's weird. Then we can call her crazy. No, that person on that deserted island, no, that's all they had. And they weren't ashamed of that. Wilson was like his best dude. I think it made it off when he got rescued, came with him. I think so. Yeah, that was what kept him sane. See? And Venus is learning. That's a little nugget from Mars, if you picked up on it. You know, I'm 14 degrees Cancer, or 17 degrees Cancer. How to clear your heart chakra? Well, get a friend. Get a friend to help you with that. Even if it's your spiritual team, okay? They can clear your heart chakra if you let them. Well, that'll make me look crazy. Oh, so you're going to risk that, what people think, versus being healed. Oh, okay. Do you think I care what people think when I'm healed? I'm healed. And that's not easy. That's not easy. Because you can be triggered day in and day out from the events that they put on you. Yeah. So Venus likes that nugget. She likes the fact that, yeah, you can, just because your reality has been altered, you can find wisdom on how to control it. Okay. You can take responsibility for what the reality you participate in, but also make it more comfortable since they have continued to gaslight you. Yeah, you're not going to get any straight answers from anybody. So you might as well make it comfortable for the duration of time. Yeah. Why do you think Blaze of Glory for Gemini, 21 degrees Gemini? There's 2 people there, okay? But they've made the decision mutually that we're going to walk as strong as we did in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. Yep. Nice. Okay. I love you guys. Yeah, you guys, you have a hook on that. You have a hook on that. Thank you, hook. There's definitely a hook with that. I have found my friends today. They are in my head. Yeah. Because it's a lot more comfortable than dealing with this. That's a lie. This is a lie. You don't want to have that around you. That energy is horrid. Walking in a lie. Okay, Saturn. 14 degrees Pisces. Gray is the color of hope. Yeah, that's not really singing to me like, what a feeling. Seeing's believing. That's not really singing me that. It's like gray is the color of hope. This sounds like really like Soviet Union, like the Iron Curtain. And that's this dude's birthday, 14 degrees Pisces, is Irina Ratushenka. She had this birthday. She went to jail, okay? She was a social activist that stood up against this political regime in the Soviet. During the time that Reagan was going down there to talk with Gorbachev, they had imprisoned her. Now, Irina was a poet. She was a poet. That's a terrorist right there. Yeah, get that poet behind bars as soon as you can. She had to serve like 7 years because she was poking at the Soviet regime. Who really is just, they don't have a lot of I believe in God stuff. It's like, self-reliance, very, very coven leader. Self-reliance is how I've gotten here and how I've preserved, and you will respect that. Okay, but during the time of judgment, wow. I mean, God's waiting. God's waiting to hear from them. They're too stubborn. No, I got here just fine, thank you. I can find, and now he's in the lion's den. See, so he's kind of stopped that mid-sentence, but yeah, he's going to have to admit to some kind of higher source to save him. Anyway, so this person, this social activist, was imprisoned, you know, for her beliefs that, you know, gray is our color of hope, but I can give you some inspiration to bring some color to your world. Remarkable civil activist, thank you. And she was released. She was released because Gorbachev and Reagan went over to Iceland, wherever they went for the summit, and things worked out well. She was released, so praise God. What do you want to tell Collective Saturn about this? Yeah, okay, he wants to remind you this guy comes with a clan, okay? There's a lot of people under his roof, his coven roof. There's quite a few little bodies with him that have always helped him be strong, okay? But this is the first time God's thrown him a choice where it's all on him. The rest of the coven's not there, okay? Yeah. Yeah. There was a point in this story where Joseph sends all the political people, official people away so he can deal with just his brother. Okay? So they're alone. And he reveals to his brother, like, look, I'm Joseph. And it was like, you know, this shock. And, yeah, in that story, he could forgive, okay? He sent for he took care of his family after that. During the famine, he took care of them, okay? Because he was in a position to do so. But if your storyline, this person doesn't want to bend. He does not want to bend, okay? So it's more painful, okay? He's in the lion's den. Character. Doesn't like how you're Joe Cool, like you're acting all like laid back. Well, you are, because you know you passed the spiritual test. You know, you might have karma down here, but you walked it out and he watched, and you know you passed the spiritual test. So I don't think this person has. And they have a little inkling of it because they're like, I wonder if this is my karma for throwing my brother away. I wonder if this is my karma, is what he's thinking, because I threw Joseph away. I threw him away. He's thinking that. But he's only thinking that because he got caught. Do you see what I mean? He got caught and he has to make this decision. Saturn, what's this? Is this decision going to be made like 48 hours, or what are we talking about? Food for thought. Food for thought. What's this time frame wise that he can sit on this, juggle this time, while this master, Kung Fu master, Collective, yeah, he's very disappointed with what destiny has decided. He can feel it. There's something stronger than he is. He has to admit to this kingdom, this higher order, this utopia that trumps a church, trumps the coven. Dude, it does. Wow. Thank you, Saturn. I love you. Okay, so 26 degrees Taurus retrograde. That's Uranus, okay? Has Darth Vader tonight. It's the Temperance card, the Angels card. I love that Angels card. Lots of fire. Like on tonight's words, your benefactor is in the chariot with the torch tonight. Yeah. So we got this chariot with this torch. Your benefactor is in the chariot tonight. And Uranus wants to remind you of 26 degrees Taurus being George Lucas's birthday. George Lucas created Star Wars. Okay, that was his birthday, 26 degrees Taurus. He was Taurus. And there's an article where George Lucas talks about Darth Vader and how Darth Vader basically did his lines and his blocking of the entire movie within 2 hours. He was done. Like, he came in one day, he did it, it took him 2 hours, and all the Darth Vader's parts and pieces of the movie was complete. And he got paid, like, I think, like, in those days, maybe $7,000, which today might be like $27,000 something. But that was it. You know, it was like wipe your hands clean, you know, I'm out. And had no idea that 2 hours was generating like this icon movie event, you know, that would go down in history and all that. But anyway, don't you think 2 hours for Darth Vader was pretty convincible? Like you walked away from that movie, oh yeah, that's a bad guy. That was a villain. Now, how many hours, collective, did your bad guy spend on spell work? Let's just say he did 2 hours a day for 365 days last year. Okay, that's like 800 hours of spell work. And look where he's at. Look where the dude's at with that. Self-reliance. I'm okay with self-reliance. It's got me here. Yeah, it got you there. Wow. I'm more convinced to watch Vader tonight. Just saying. I mean, whoo, Nelly. He's going to go into his office and somebody's on his computer. Yeah. There's something on his personal computer. That's going to tie him up even more. Okay, Uranus, what do you want to tell collective about this Darth Vader, this bad guy? He has his own office because he's special. He has his own parking space. Okay, cool. He has his own parking space too. Yeah. He's the devil who came after the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, he is truly the mastermind coming after Kung Fu Master Collective. Yeah, this is definitely this dude here. Lots of Capricorn energy, Earth. It was all about the pinnacle. All about the pinnacle. Yeah. Because who else would put 800 hours of spell work in? You know, and that's just 2 hours a day, which, you know, a lot of you experience many more hours in a day, sometimes weekends. You know what I mean? But who believes that, well, if I invest, then I will get the reward. Yeah, you invested in a lot. Yeah, you did quite a bit of work. Work on the wrong person. On the wrong person. This person was protected. Why did it take them so long to figure that out? I mean, because they knew, yeah. They're saying because they just figured that at one point you'd collapse. You know. At one point it'd be like, this is too much. Yeah, that's what they planned on that. They planned on it being too much for you at any given moment that you paused. But they didn't know that whole time you were healing. And it was very intricate healing. It was heart transplant. It was very intricate, very detailed how you did that. You probably got an imaginary friend. Tom Hanks, Wilson, 17 degrees Cancer. You probably got an imaginary friend or someone from your spiritual team to guide you. And you just started talking to him. And you started praying. And pretty soon, the reality they put you in wasn't that uncomfortable. Yeah. And they want to call you crazy for that. No, that's called coping. That's called coping. Yo. Is that all you want to tell us, Uranus? Yeah, this is the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise. Ooh. You fooled me with your kisses. Treated and abused. Heaven help us. You lied to me. Devils in your eyes. I love you, Elvis. I love you, Elvis. Okay, so thank you, Uranus. We got Neptune giving you a hint from a pro. This is the 28 degrees Pisces retrograde. The pro that has this birthday is Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones was golfer, like ace golfer from the 20s, 30s. He was amazing. He's the only golfer to win like Grand Slam. He's absolutely remarkable to read about him. But one of the pros hints, since you've learned a few hints yourself, when universes are altered, okay, Bobby Jones would center himself in his own universe at the green. Where it's the green. The green is where you have to putt the little ball into the little cup to win the cup. To win the cup. I got to get the ball in the cup. So what would Bobby Jones do? Well, he centered his reality like he was the only one there on that green, okay? He named his putter. He named his putter, just like Wilson. Name your friend. Name your imaginary friend. I don't care what you call him, okay? He named his putter Calamity Jane. Yeah, Bobby Jones. All-time golfer. Historical golfer. So his putter was Calamity Jane, okay? And him and Calamity would make that putt, okay? So that's a hint from Neptune. Like when you know that you've been forced into this alternate reality that's you're not quite is get what's familiar to you and make it familiar and make it your own. And that's what the pros do. That's what the pros do. Okay, Pluto, help us out here. There's a 29-degree Capricorn secret tonight with Pluto retrograde, some kind of secret. And this is another hint. Okay, so we got this one. We got the name your elements in your forced reality. Okay, make it comfortable. Make yourself familiar with it. This comes from Robert Wilson. Robert Wilson had 29 degrees Capricorn. He was a theater genius. Okay, he did production, playwright, direction. He would set stages up. The number one thing that he can tell you about being in an alternate reality, like one on stage, is make sure your movements are strong enough to stand on their own. That's what Robert said. Make sure the movements can stand on their own. So if someone cut the sound right now, and all you're seeing is this one person doing this, would you understand the scene? Make the movements strong enough to stand on their own. That's how important movement is to Robert Wilson. He's an absolute genius. He's still alive. Yeah, the movement is before. Movement trumps the words in the scene. So he would block his characters in a way that you could figure out what was going on, even if there was no dialogue. See, that's a hint from a pro. So you got 2 outer planets tonight giving you hints. Yeah, name your putter and make your movement strong. Thank you guys, you're so awesome. And that's how you alchemize being gaslit. That's how you do it. Okay, so destiny tonight, 6 degrees Aries. Okay, this is another one, another hint. Okay, from the elements, from the planets. This is from an asteroid, 6 degrees Aries, North Node. It's from the North Node. Measure your space given. How many of you have gone around your walls in your home? Okay, and just run your hands around all 4 walls that enclose you. How many have gone around and then go to the next room and do it on that one? Okay, and go to the next room and do it on that one. Okay, and then go to, you know what I mean? Keep doing it. Run your hands along all the 4 walls and all the space that you inhabit. Okay, if you live in a camper, do it around the camper. Okay, if you live in a car, open the trunk, do it in the trunk. Open the hood, do it around the hood. Just run your hand, put your energy on your space. Okay, that's what that is you're claiming, this is my space, this is my territory. Okay, and then you'll wonder why you didn't get attacked by witchcraft because you put power on it. This is mine. See, and Most High wants you to do that tonight because he wants you to realize I've given you more space. I've given you so much space that the asteroid Chiron is retrograde to put you in this enlightened, my God, you gave me so much territory I'd never considered. Like there's so much territory that you just ignore every day. Now go in that room and put your energy on it. And you know what happened when I did this, when I walked around the house and I did this, is not only did I realize how much more space that I have, but how much healing I still had to do too. Because it would remind me of, well, this is why I don't go in this room. Yeah. You'll pick up on the energy of that space and be reminded of, okay, I can work on that tonight. Yeah, it's really enlightening, and it's that nugget of wisdom that only you could accomplish because they had gaslit you out of your reality. Yeah. So Most High loves you and wants you to be as strong when you walked in as you keep walking and as you walk out. So I found in my son's room, right? So I'm doing all this, like, you know, and I go in there and I find this on the top of the closet shelf. I find this Harry Potter spell book. Now remember, I didn't read Harry Potter, but my son did. He read all of them, like twice, 3 times, 4 times. But what this is, look at this. All this is are little ways to move your magic wand, okay? You know, your imaginary wand, okay? So the point, you start, and then you do this little motion here, and that's supposed to reparo. That's going to do some reparo, apparently, okay? And stun. Make a target weaken with laughter. Yeah. This is all this is motion. Okay, that's all this is. Like you start here and you make that. and you summon that, and you turn it around, and you do it again. All that is a book on motion, and to become a master of it. And look at all the space you found to do it in. Do you see how those are nuggets of wisdom? And I have respect for that. I won't do magic. I mean, but I have respect for wax on, wax off. Okay? Because I'm a samurai. I have respect for motion and being a master at it. So check that out. I love you, collective. Happy Friday.